Welcome to Scott's Weekly Sports Day, ladies and gentlemen. I am back with my dad today. We are ready for the conference championship weekend of the NFL season. And my dad will be making his Royal Rumble predictions for next Sunday's Royal Rumble. I'll be back next week with my predictions for the Royal Rumble next Sunday. I'll be in with my buddies David and Steven. And welcome to week number 99, everybody. 1 week away from episode number 100 of Scott's Weekly Sports. That'll happen next week with my two buddies in here next week. So let's get into the AFC and NFC championship games first. First game out will be the Tennessee Titans and Kansas City Chiefs. I said it on YouTube earlier this week. As much as I respect how well the Titans have done in the playoffs, and they've earned a lot of people's respect for eliminating the Patriots in the wild card game and then going into Baltimore last week and eliminating the Ravens. But I think the slipper's not going to fit on Cinderella's foot this week. I'm going to take the Chiefs to get it done at home over the Tennessee Titans.
I agree. I think Kansas City, their offense is almost unstoppable. If any team can beat them, I think it's a team like the Titans that can control the clock, keep Derrick Henry on the field, and try to wear down the Kansas City defense. But with that said, I think Kansas City's just too good. I think Kansas City will win by a touchdown.
Next up, Green Bay and San Francisco in the NFC. It could be a great game. Two very good quarterbacks in the NFC. Aaron Rodgers looking for one more Super Bowl. That'll probably get him to Canton if he gets another Super Bowl under his belt here. And he goes against the upstart Jimmy G and the Niners. I'm going to go with the Niners at home. If this game is in Green Bay, I'd probably go with the Packers. But because it's not, I'm going to go with Jimmy G and the Niners to pull it off at home in Levi Stadium against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers.
I agree. I thought the Packers were actually pretty impressive against Seattle, although they just kind of held on at the end. But San Francisco's defense is just too good. I think they'll bottle up Aaron Rodgers, and I think San Francisco will be the NFC representative, setting up the Chiefs and the 49ers in the Super Bowl, which I think will be a great matchup.
And shout out to Shaquem Griffin, who got his first sack last weekend against Green Bay last week. Absolutely phenomenal. What a story he's been all season. Now into the Royal Rumble card for next Sunday's action. Let me just get that up here. Give me 1 second here. There it is. Here we go. First match on the card will be the Men's Royal Rumble. I have the entrance here, as it will be representing the Raw roster. It will be Roman Reigns. No, my bad. Roman Reigns is on SmackDown. So here's all the entrants for the Men's Royal Rumble. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Dolph Ziggler, King Corbin, Eric Rowan, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Elias, Heavy Machinery, Rusev, Bobby Lashley, Aleister Black, and Buddy Murphy. So with that being said, Dad, who do you think is going to be the first two entrants in the Royal Rumble? We already know that Brock Lesnar is number one.
So I think after Lesnar, I think they're going to bring out probably another top wrestler. I think they're going to bring out Randy Orton probably for number two.
Okay.
I think Orton and Lesnar will be a very interesting entrance or intro into Royal Rumble.
And who do you think is going to have the shortest time in the Royal Rumble? And it can't be a guy not on the list.
I'm going to go with Buddy Murphy. I think Buddy Murphy just doesn't belong at this level. I think he's in and out pretty darn quick.
Pretty solid wrestler, though. He's done well on Raw the last couple of weeks.
I'm not a big fan.
Who do you have as your winner of the Royal Rumble on the men's side?
This is tough. I'm kind of torn between three wrestlers, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. With Lesnar going in first, I don't see him lasting the whole time. I think your champion is going to be Mr. Roman Reigns.
Yeah. And a lot of people are picking Roman Reigns to win and then go on to WrestleMania and probably beat the Fiend at WrestleMania. So now into the women's side of the Royal Rumble, we have Nikki Cross representing SmackDown, as well as Alexa Bliss, and the two Raw women in the Rumble right now are Sarah Logan and Charlotte Flair. A lot of unannounced wrestlers in this match, so that's makes it really interesting to watch over the next week or so. So who do you have as your first two entrants in the Royal Rumble?
I'm going to go, just because there's no way for me to know who else is coming in, I'm going to say it's going to be Sarah Logan and Nikki Cross as my first two entrants.
Okay. Who do you have shortest entry in the Royal Rumble?
I think Nikki Cross is going to come in crazy, and then she's going to go out crazy. She's going to be in there for like 3 or 4 seconds to get thrown out of the ring.
Who do you have as your winner of the Women's Royal Rumble?
Well, the question is, should I take a gamble on
Yes.
a wrestler that has not been introduced yet, like a Ronda Rousey, who I could see winning, or do I take the safer choice with someone like Charlotte Flair? I'm going to go the safer choice, and I'm going with Charlotte Flair. I think she is a marquee name. I think she's someone that absolutely has the stamina to last all the way through the Royal Rumble. So I'm going to take Charlotte Flair in a safe pick.
Okay. Next up, it will be the Fiend Bray Wyatt defending his Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble, going against Daniel Bryan for the Universal Championship. We haven't seen this match in a while. Oh wait, yeah, we did. We just saw it a couple months ago at Survivor Series back in November. So, Dad, who's your pick for this match?
I think the Fiend is going to win this one. I think Bray Wyatt he seems to have gotten over with this new character.
Yes.
And I think the Fiend is going to take it.
Yeah. Next up, for the Raw Women's Championship, it will be the current champion Becky Lynch going against Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. Again, we just saw this match last year at WrestleMania at the Royal Rumble. So who are you picking in this match?
I think it should be a really good match. I hate to keep picking the reigning champion, but I think Becky Lynch is going to take or keep the crown. I think Asuka will push her, but I think Becky Lynch wins it.
Next up, for the in a match between two guys that have a bitter rivalry on SmackDown right now, between Roman Reigns and the current King of the Ring, King Corbin. Dad?
I don't see Corbin winning against Reigns in this kind of a marquee event. Corbin is an interesting guy. He can say some funny things at times, but at the end of the day, Reigns is just a superior wrestler.
And they're probably going to add some more matches onto the card before Sunday, so let's get into those predicted matches for next Sunday's action. First up for the United States Championship, it will be the current champion Andrade, who just won the title at a live event back on the day after Christmas in Madison Square Garden. And he goes against the former champion Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship. Dad, who are you picking?
You know, Andrade just getting the championship. I know Mysterio obviously has a great pedigree, but I think Andrade is going to keep it for a little while, and he will retain his championship.
Next up for the Intercontinental Championship, it will be the current champion Shinsuke Nakamura, accompanied by his manager Sami Zayn, going against the monster among men, Braun Strowman. Dad, who are you picking?
This is the first one where I'm going to actually take the challenger. I think Strowman is going to be just too overpowering for Nakamura. I think Nakamura will try to cheat every chance he has, but Strowman is just too powerful.
Yep. Now for the SmackDown Women's Championship, it will be the current champion Bayley going against Lacey Evans, one of the most boring wrestlers on SmackDown right now. Dad, who are you picking and why?
I think part of the problem that WWE has right now is that they have too few female wrestlers at the top, and they haven't pushed a lot of the newer talent. And I know Lacey Evans can be a boring wrestler at times, but I think they're going to actually give her a push, and I'm going to take Lacey Evans in an upset over Bayley.
And that will do it for this episode of Scott Speaking Sports Today, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back next week, like I said, with my buddies David and Steven. My buddy Steven will probably bring his belt, so just expect that. I'll probably have my belt also on the table next weekend. Unless Steven Battle tries to steal it, I don't know. We'll see what happens. That will do it for this episode of Scott Speaking Sports. I will see you guys right back here next week on Scott Speaking Sports, right here on YouTube for episode number 100 of Scott Speaking Sports. Always like, subscribe, comment, and share these videos with all your friends, neighbors, pets, enemies. And we'll see you guys right back here next week on Scott Speaking Sports. See you later, guys.
Bye, guys.